You know, ball position is one of those things that is pretty confusing if you read a lot of different tips, and I want to explain how we explain it at our golf school. And we're going to talk about irons today. One thing I know for sure about ball position, the ball should be a little forward of center. Why? Well, at impact, my weight's on my lead leg, my hips are turning, so the bottom part of my arc is going to be left forward of center in my case. If we play the golf ball back, that's going to encourage us to hang back here. And that's some old school advice that goes back into the 30s, 40s, and 50s with old equipment that's been passed down and passed down. Don't move the golf ball back of center unless you want to hit a specialty shot. Now, where exactly should it be? Should it move around in your stance? Well, not very much, really. I'm going to argue some of this is an optical illusion. So if you look at my ball position, what we teach is about a club head width inside the lead heel. All right, so that's where I am, let's say, with a 5-iron. Now, when I take a pitching wedge out, my stance gets a little smaller, right? Now I'm going to choke down like a pitching wedge. My stance is smaller. Notice, though, the ball is still about that club head width, but it kind of looks like it's middle-ish of my stance. It really hasn't moved relative to my lead heel, right? Now I step back and hit my 3-iron, my longest iron, and I set my feet, and I have a nice wide base for a bigger swing. And what happens? Well, the ball looks quite forward, but again, if I draw this line back and put that there, it's about a club head width. So the ball really doesn't change much in relation to your left leg, your lead leg. That's for righties. Of course, it'd be right leg for lefties. But what happens is the width of the stance gets a little bigger or smaller depending on the shot. Make sure when you're placing your ball, you're consistent all the time, and don't ever move the ball back to compensate for bad swings. You know, here's our saying. Your ball position should be placed to encourage proper motion, not to compensate for bad motion. So keep it forward, keep it fairly consistent, and that'll allow you to move into the golf ball properly.